Hello everybody, welcome to this special edition with the YOLO cast. I am thrilled to be joined today in the studio by Chief, popularly known as King George, and Aaron Adachi, the neighborhood sweetheart, popularly known as Cyril. My name is Isia Basa, and I hope this interview will be as beautiful as we have started. The last important topic I want to harness on is the washing of hands, washing, sanitation, and hygiene. In the series YOLO, how is it predicted? Is it one of the core values or themes discussed?
Yeah, hand wash. There are a couple of scenes where you see some of the guys washing their hands. There's this scene where Pusha and Aluta were about to eat, and they just washed their hands, and Cyril had to caution them to wash with soap before they eat. I mean, personal hygiene counts. The germs are listed. We have these hand sanitizers and all that. They say it kills 19. I mean, you can't kill all the germs no matter what you do. So it's advisable to wash your hands with soap and running water, not like maybe stagnant water or sachet water. You should get running water. So you wash your hands with soap. It's advisable. I mean, it keeps you fresh, keeps your hands neat. Okay. Exactly. So, and it prevents these germs, as I'm saying. So
how often should we wash our hands?
Very often. I know people who like wash their hands like a lot. Okay. I actually read about it. I don't know. There's a term for it. There's something. There's actually a term for it, but that's not what we are into. Okay. So yeah, YOLO. There's this scene where Drogba and I went to buy wachi, and we wanted to eat with our hands like many people do, and we had to go and wash our hands. We had to wash it under running water, and it goes to tell you that because I think our fingers and our hands pick up the most germs. If I should, well, aside our feet, I don't know. But I'm guessing it's really important for you to wash your hands because it's actually your natural fork, as people would term it. You know, it's the part that actually gets to every part of your body. Okay. From the way you're talking, do we only wash our hands when we're about to eat? No. That's what I was asking. How often should we wash our hands? If you go out and you shake a lot of hands and you come back in, or before you get to work, you meet a lot of people, you greet, you touch surfaces and everything. So when you get to work, before you sit down, you wash your hands and you get your activity before you eat. You do that. You know, it's based on your preference.
We're almost at the end of the session, but we have quite a few selected fans who would want to be a part of this beautiful interview, but we can only handpick a few. So, Jude, if you're there, we're ready for your question, and please join me. Come sit by me. You can ask your question. Welcome, Jude.
Thank you.
Okay, so who's this question going for?
Okay, I'll give this question to George.
Okay, shoot your question.
How do I get to be a star on YOLO?
How to be part of YOLO is definitely through an audition, but to be a star on YOLO, you probably have to play your role really well. Okay. If that answers your question, because I don't know, maybe Cyril and Drogba are stars on YOLO. But
I have another question.
For the same George?
Yeah, I'll give it to George.
Okay.
Yeah. I know you guys are able to influence society through the TV screens and all that, but we on the background, how do we get to influence our society even though we don't have the platform to be on screen or whatsoever? What can we do to contribute to the cause of good life?
Yeah, thank you very much. I think what you see on TV is just a slice of society. In theater or from the little I know, it's just like theater is a slice of society. So maybe performing arts or what you see or the screenplay that we do for YOLO is just a slice of society. That's why you see certain characters in there that are similar to those you find in society. So it's not like you need that platform or you have to create a platform that has thousands of viewers to be able to influence anybody. It starts with you personally, how you deal with your friends, what you believe in, what you push. You can do that also by telling people to watch YOLO, recommending it for people.
How can I do that?
Yeah. So, and also, the lessons that you pick in YOLO, they go a long way to you can tell your friends that, oh, Charlie, this guy is here, this guy does that, but he never does that. Let's say my character, for example, I was so surprised that people saw that my character is one that you see and you feel like, nah, this guy has no good in him. But I was surprised when people were coming to my Facebook and writing that, hey, George hasn't even had sex with anybody. George hasn't been influenced negatively or anything. So I realized that, okay, so people get it. So that's how you can push. You can tell people to watch, and you can also pick certain, lessons from it. We have a platform, that's the GoodLife platform, which, talks about all these things all the time, every time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So you can get interactive with them. You go on Facebook, Instagram, and
Twitter,
GoodLife, Live It Well. The GoodLife page. Just search on the Facebook. You find all these information about abstinence and how to be a better person amongst your peers. So that's basically it. So yeah, we call it Good Life, Live It Well. YOLO, you only live once. Or Good Life, Live It Well. Good life is an everyday thing. YOLO, you only live once. So basically that's it. Good life is an everyday thing. Good life, live it well. YOLO, you only live once.
Good life, live it well. Good life is an everyday thing. YOLO, you only live once. During the discussion, you guys started on washing of hands. I like local food a lot. So when I go to the chopper, I just wash my hand with water that's in a basin. I don't use soap. But after eating, the oil and all that, I use the soap to get rid of the grease and all that. I feel that's the point. That's the reason why I should use soap. So my hands doesn't smell.
How many seconds would it take you to use soap to wash your hand before eating?
Boy, I'm hungry.
Okay. I don't know even about the seconds, but I get you. I get you fine. Is your brain working in that way? Because we've been conditioned that you only need soap to take off dirt, like the dirt that you can see.
Right.
You understand? But what about those that you can't? You see, you have germs on your hands. That's what we should understand every time. Even if you just throw your hands to there are millions of germs that you pick up. So if we understand that, look, hand washing is not only for when you can see the dirt, but it's for whenever you have to not just consume food, but you need it. It should be part of you, just so that you can decrease the level of harmful germs that live on you. You can't take them off completely.
Some people say African germs are not harmful.
That's a myth. I've not seen an African gem before.
Okay, I think we have another fan who wants to talk to our special guest today. So Mavis, if you're here somewhere, can you join us upstage? Oh, sit by me. Sure. Sorry.
Okay. I'd like to ask you, how does YOLO affect your personal life, decisions and choices as a youth on its own? Are you just doing what you are doing, or you practice what you do?
So basically, from my personal experience, I've learned a lot from YOLO. Talking about the message you're trying to put across, these abstinence, use of STIs, going to the health corners, washing your hands and all that, personal hygiene and all. I've learned a whole lot. I used to be, I won't say very lazy, but there were some things I didn't really pay much attention to. But due to YOLO, I'm very vigilant now. Do you understand? I wash my hands regularly, sleep under the treated net. Even me abstaining, I go to the health corners to get advice and all that. So it has pushed me to do what I didn't used to do before YOLO. So YOLO has been a very good influence on my life. Yeah.
We also discussed something about malaria, and I would like to ask about malaria. Sometimes you may have symptoms that prove that maybe you might have malaria, but it's not. So how are you going to tell your viewers how they should go about this? Because sometimes you might think it's malaria. Going in for the drug, what are they supposed to do first?
The first thing you're supposed to do anytime you have or you feel you have malaria symptoms is to get tested. Okay. Go to a professional, go to the hospital, go to the youth corner, go to a health professional and let the person tell you that you are getting malaria or you have malaria, and then you get treated. Don't assume that you have a headache so it's malaria, or a mosquito bit you and you are feeling down. So no, don't assume. That's actually what kills people. Yeah. They presume they have the malaria already and then they just go and take like it could be overdose and something like that, and they pass out to it. So the best advice, the best bargain should be go and see a professional. Let him or her tell you what exactly is happening to you, and just save yourself.
It's been a wonderful session. I had fun. I'm sure everybody here did. Thank you, Cyril, for coming. Thank you, George. We are thrilled to have you, and we should do this sometime again in the future. So Jude and Mavis, now that we have our stars, this is the reason why you came. I'll give you a chance to take a selfie with them. Yeah. So George, can you take the seat while I move? Right. Okay. So cameras, I click away. So everybody get your cameras and YOLO! Good life. I want to hear, yeah, good life.